Congratulations to Caitlin, triple-double, impossible to do almost, and she has 17 rebounds tonight to go with her 10 assists and 35 points, but we had several good shooting performances. I mean, Kate Martin, 68% adjusted, a lot of, Hannah Stolke shot 60% from the field and could have shot 70. She missed too many bunnies. I really challenged her at halftime. She only had one rebound, and she ended up with 8, so I'm happy with the way she responded with that. But our defense wasn't very good to begin the game, but it got a lot better in the second half. And, we held them to 23 points in the whole second half. But Loyola shot the ball extremely well, too well. That's on us. But obviously they came in here, they fought, they did a great job. And, maybe this break's coming at a good time for us.
What did change defensively in the second half?
Well, we did a little bit more zone defense and to take them out of the rhythm a little bit. But, hopefully we got back in transition a little bit better than we did the first half.
Caitlin, just talk about that first half. Kind of looked like maybe a little tight, a little sluggish. Just talk about kind of what it felt like for you out there on the floor.
I think it was just discipline on defense, really. A lot of the things were things we had talked about, in the week prepping for this game, and just mentally, kind of just some mental errors for us. And, we were switching our matchups quite a bit, and, that can never really be an excuse. I think that just comes down to communication and focus, really, at the end of the day. And I think that did change in the second half for us. We were much more locked in on defense. So, you'll have things like that. And you also have to give credit to Loyola. They shot the ball really well. They made some threes. They made some contested threes. We sagged off a few girls that made some threes. So things like that are going to happen. It's just, how do you adjust and respond?
Is that why they had a lot of really open shots in the first half? I mean, were you consciously going to sag off certain kids?
One person, one time, and then it was off after that. So we're just not getting the job done defensively.
Lisa, I mean, you guys had 10 turnovers, I think, the first half, but
Yes.
was you guys locking in defensively? I think you went on a 19-3 run over the next 7 minutes to kind of open the third quarter. Did better defense kind of lead you guys to maybe being a little bit more careful with the ball on the offensive end?
I think it's just a matter of, at the beginning of the game, we were playing pretty fast, made some careless turnovers, some handoff turnovers, and I just think that we came out a little bit more assertive in the second half and kind of determined not to do that. But, that was pretty bad to begin this game and the turnovers.
Was Gabby's absence, did that contribute to the defensive effort?
It could. She is a person that we usually would have on one of their best offensive players, so certainly not having Gabby, and then also we switched our lineup with Hannah and for Sharon, so we had a different lineup tonight than what we've had, but no excuses. We have to still, we never know when we're going to be down a person.
Is that illness?
Yeah.
Sorry, Kate, let's get you involved here. You guys you guys had so many turnovers in the first half, that was kind of the storyline, but you ended the game having more assists than turnovers still. As the person who kind of takes that responsibility as the glue of this team, do you guys address the team at halftime? Anything said to kind of turn things around in the second half?
I think we just tried to build each other up at halftime there. We were, a little disappointed with how we came out, and I'm a little disappointed in my leadership there with, how we started the game. I think I can be a lot more vocal and keep people together a little bit better in that first half. But, at halftime, just value the ball, and we knew what we needed to do. It was just uncharacteristic mistakes, and it's not, Loyola did a good job, but I think a lot of them were on us. So just coming out in the second half, more focused and ready to go.
Lisa, go ahead.
Offensively, what did you guys do in the third quarter to really take the game by the throat?
We got stops.
Yeah.
We got stops
6
and
of
we
their
pushed.
14 points were in the last minute and 30 of that third quarter. So I think it was just playing defense and going in transition, and I think that was the biggest thing.
Lisa, Sharon Goodwin played 7.5 minutes tonight. Hannah got the most of the minutes there. Was that just kind of a matchup thing, or what were you kind of going for there?
Well, it was a matchup thing. They were really playing, she's really like a stretch 4. And so that's a little bit harder for Sharon to guard and Addie and AJ. So Hannah had to play a few more minutes tonight.
Lisa, with non-conference kind of in the books here, how are you just generally feeling going into the thick of the Big Ten?
Yeah, I feel like up until tonight, I thought our defense had really improved. I know our rebounding has improved. Again, we out-rebound this opponent, 51-27, almost double them up on the rebounds. So that's really good. But, you know, I mean, we're always a work in progress. I mean, again, tonight we have a different lineup again tonight, and so we're just going to keep trying to get better every day. I feel like we're good right now, but I feel like we can get a lot better.
It looked like Kylie Feuerbach stepped in and really played well.
Yeah.
Got some steals. I think she only took one shot, and she did, but she seemed to be all over the place. What did that mean, especially with the absence of Gabby Marshall?
Yeah, Kylie can play defense pretty well, and she did take a couple of charges tonight, which was good. And you're right, her plus minus is very, very good, which shows her defensive effort as well as her offense. So she was perfect from the line. We need Kylie, we need Sid, we need all those guys to continue playing well like they are. And I thought Kylie came in and did some good things.
Caitlin, for every game you go and sign the autographs, and I'm sure fans always appreciate that, but you don't maybe get as many moments as when you walked up to that girl and you gave her the shoes. And I had a chance to see her face, and it just lit up like few that I've seen when you go and do those autograph sessions after the game. What's that mean for you, just to know that you really made that girl's year, probably?
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and I wish I could make time for every single kid that's standing there screaming my name. I really do, and I just don't have the time. Obviously, we have meetings afterwards, so it's really cool. I mean, if I can make somebody's year or month or second, I really want to be able to try to do that, even if it's a couple autographs. So hopefully she cherishes those shoes and puts them up on a shelf somewhere and loves them. So yeah.
Caitlin, I actually got the chance I ran to her going down to the press conference. She was telling me it was her first Iowa game ever, and she actually went as you for Halloween.
Oh, no, that's cute.
So when you kind of hear
Well,
stuff like that and you kind of think about that, how kind of crazy is that?
It's really cool, and she had my jersey on also, so that was really special. And I think my mom went up to her too, and I don't even think she plays basketball. I think she's like a softball player, but she just loves Iowa women's basketball, and I think that just shows like how far impact reaches. Like, people just love our team. They love the role models we have on this team. They're just attracted to the way we play a competitive sport and the team aspect of sport. And I think that's the coolest thing. And that's cool that it was her first ever Iowa basketball game. I'm sure she'll want to come back for a lot more now. I can't promise shoes every time, though, sweetheart.
What's the brand? I mean, obviously Nike, but what's
Reverse
the name?
Grinches, Kobe's reverse Grinches.
Okay.
They're like
Size?
those green ones I wear, but in reverse.
Size?
So red and green. 9.5 men's.
That's very
Yeah.
Christmassy.
Lisa,
Caitlin,
we talked.
you had to wait a little bit, maybe longer than you'd hoped to get that last assist. Just were you getting a little anxious there, and then I guess your feelings on another triple double?
No, not really. I mean, I knew we were going to make some bunnies. I feel all around all of us missed a few bunnies that we would have made tonight, and sometimes that just happens. But as the season goes on, you'll kind of progress. And like Coach Butter said, Hannah's still coming back from injury, and just kind of getting her feet under her touchback. But no, I mean, 10 assists is all because of my teammates, so I'm just thankful for them, and Coach Butter let me have the opportunity to get it. So it's always cool when you get one of those.
Caitlin, it seems like Molly gets a bad call here and there, and she kind of gets frustrated. Is there anything you talk to her about?
I think
Try to
just
lift her spirits?
encouragement. I think Molly's one that's actually very steady for our team. I think she's one that's always very level-headed. She's in her 5th year and really understands the game well. I think her basketball IQ is through the roof. It's just almost getting her to believe in herself and instilling confidence in her. I think that's what all of us try to do, is let her know how much all of us believe in her, and so she can believe in herself and continue to contribute to our team.
Lisa, we've talked about Sid's rebounding a lot this season. 6 of her 7 rebounds came on the offensive end, and I just talk about how important it is that you can rely on someone, not the tallest player on the floor, but to rely on someone to do that for you guys.
That's her game, though, right? Like, she's going to go and clean up the garbage. And I mean, the girl, she's a blue collar player. She's going to get on the floor for loose ball. She's going to work hard on defense. She's going to get rebounds for us. It's not always pretty, but it's effective, and that's all that matters to me.
What is Gabby's situation? I mean,
She's sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe by Minnesota she'll be.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
When you look at, it's a 5 o'clock on a weekday, a work day. For here, the students aren't here yet. Place is practically full. I mean,
Yeah.
that's hard to do a lot of times, but yet you guys are still bringing in. What is your just general thoughts when you look out here at 5 o'clock game on a Thursday before Christmas?
I'm just thankful. Honestly, I'm just thankful. I'm proud of my team because I think, Caitlin's fun to watch, but I think there's a lot of people that are fun to watch on this team, and they're incredible role models. But I'm thankful that I work at a place where it promotes women's basketball, it stands behind women's basketball, and the Iowa fans, I mean, they're just amazing. They showed that all last year, and I think there was a lot of kids that had Christmas presents today coming to our game.
Caitlin, I am going to keep asking you about these players that you pass as you climb the NCAA scoring list tonight. Rachel Bannon was one. I can imagine you have some memories of seeing her play. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on her. And you're 1 point behind right now, Lori Bauman, somebody maybe that Coach Blue remembers a little better. I'd be curious to hear you both share about some of these players in your sights right now.
Yeah, I think obviously Rachel is somebody that's a great player, still plays in the WNBA, plays for my favorite WNBA team in the Minnesota Lynx. I grew up loving the Lynx, so it's always cool to be on the same list as a lot of great players that you idolized growing up. And I think, I don't know, it still kind of takes you back a little bit when your name's kind of in the mix of some of those really, really tremendous players. So, yeah, it's special.
Kate, you're a bit of a, obviously your role as glue player, you're a stat sheet stuffer, got those words out. With Sita Folter in the starting lineup, does it change your role at all when she's getting more minutes, or are you still just playing your game the same way?
Going out there and playing basketball really nothing changes for me in that regards. Sid, like we said, she's gonna go get boards, and it doesn't mean I don't have to box out and I don't have to go get rebounds too. So, but no, I'm just focused on playing my game and doing my thing as well.
What's it like to have her on that court with you?
Oh, I love playing with Sid.
20 minutes now.
Yeah, that's the type of person you want on your team, but you don't want to play against, because she's going to crash the boards, and she's just going to go hard, play great defense, and she's just super tenacious out there. So anytime I'm in the game with Sid, I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.